What a coincidence. London Heathrow Airport was closed because of a huge fire in the nearby substation on the day of Aries English chart 2025. Well, yes, we have Mercury retrograde and the Venus retrograde and a lot of interesting things. But more, how often you are going to face this impact? Well, it was so funny because of my sister due to fly back to Asia today. And what the news we received this morning is that your flight has been cancelled due to London Heathrow Airport has a big fire. Just before midnight on the 20th of March, the day of the Aries English, or for the North Hemisphere, we like to say spring equinox for North Hemisphere. A fire was occurred on the substation near London Heathrow Airport. The airport closed on the 21st of March. Do you know this is the first time in 15 years London Heathrow Airport has been forced to be closed? The last time was on the 15th of April 2010. That was because the Icelandic volcano eruption. I was supposed to fly back to Taiwan too. Hey, what a coincidence. So let's see. First, how important London Heathrow Airport it is. Well, do you know, in 2024, London Heathrow was the busiest airport in Europe and the fourth busiest airport by the passenger traffic, and also second busiest airport in the world by the international passenger traffic. London Heathrow Airport is supposed to handling 1,051 flights on Friday, 21st of March, today, yes, but it's closed. And it's supposed to fly up to 291,000 passengers. Interesting, isn't it? Well, so let's look at the chart. We know the fire bridge received code on the 11 p.m. 23 minutes. So when we look at this chart, we have Moon at the 13 Sagittarius opposite Jupiter. Opposite Jupiter at 14 degree Gemini. This is so interesting. And then we have Uranus at 24 degree Taurus, not far from descendant. Some people say maybe the fire starts around maybe 11:15, so the Uranus is right on descendant. Don't forget, we have Saturn is not far from the IC2. So this is the chart when the fire bridge received the code of the substation get fired. So, okay, this is not a fire in London Heathrow. This is a fire near London Heathrow. Is at a substation, and this substation supply the power to the London Heathrow Airport. So, London Heathrow Airport didn't have enough power to run for today. And let's talk about the history. London Heathrow Airport was opened on the March 25th, 1946. So let's look at the chart, okay? Let's go to look chart. Here I got the noon chart for London Heathrow Airport. Quite interesting. If we use noon chart, we have Sun conjunct Mercury, 5 degree Aries, and what a surprise! London Heathrow Airport has Mercury retrograde opposite Neptune. Oh my God, during that time, does any astrologer suggest the government don't choose this day to run your airport? Okay, it is very, very interesting. And we have the Uranus at 13 degree Gemini. We also have a moon at 29 degree. It is very interesting. Last degree for the noon chart. We don't know what time the ceremony begins. I couldn't find out. But if you have information about the open ceremony of Heathrow Airport on the 25th of March, 1946, please let me know. I'll be really appreciated. Now, let's put charts together. So we have the London Heathrow Airport, and let me add on the chart of today. Now, have you seen something very interesting jump out? So the first, we know the Mercury retrograde and the Venus retrograde is right on Heathrow's sun. and Mercury retrograde. And so it's Mercury retrograde. And the opposite Heathrow's Neptune. And so this stimulates London Heathrow's Mercury-Neptune opposition. Well, this is funny. But this is not the only thing we should plan. We know the Uranus is on the 13th degree, and then Jupiter is conjunct. We know Heathrow is quite busy last year. Jupiter is around here. Then, interestingly, we have Moon opposite this Uranus. We have Moon opposite this Uranus. And even more, have you noticed MC when the fire station received the phone call with a 15 Virgo? So here they form an interesting T-square toward to MC, all right, toward to MC. Let's go to look at a few other charts. What else we should look? I suggest one more thing. Do you remember I say this is the first time in the 15 years that London Heathrow has been closed? So when was last time? Last time, well, I was there because last time was the nearly all the airport in Europe and North America forced to close due to the Icelandic volcano eruption. I still remember that. That was huge. So let me move chart to that. Here we have Heathrow Airport closed in 2010, and I have to record they closed around from the midday. That was the UK government make a decision, close around the midday, 12 o'clock BST. So what we noticed, there's nothing similar. Mercury wasn't retrograde, but the Mercury very close to Venus. Well, Mars in Leo. Interesting, this Mars, Saturn at 29 degree Virgo, but you definitely going to notice this planet and its position. That was when Uranus at 28 degree Pisces. Nearly all the astrologer notice this point because this is where, if we add a chart, this is where we have the Neptune now. This is where we have Neptune now. And even more, you will remember one big star nearby, Sciat or Scyt. Well, Scyt is in the constellation of Pegasus, aligned at 28 degree Pisces. Why Scyt is so famous? Well, because according to great Vivian Robson, he says Scyt was a fixed star related to drowning, murder, suicide, and a lot of unfortunate. And because it was on the launch chart of Titanic, it's always related to drowning and so-called shipwreck, but also usually it caused some disruption on the traveling, not only the shipping, it's also aviation can be disrupted. Have you noticed last time was Uranus and this time was Neptune, and we have Sun conjunct Neptune. So for next couple of years, we always have Sun conjunct Neptune, and the Sun is aligned with Scyt on the Aries Ingress day. And this is quite important, isn't it? So this is very interesting to look into this chart. And we know that Heathrow has Moon at 29 degree Aries. So this conjunction only a square Heathrow's Moon. Doesn't matter how early Heathrow was open. Even it opened at 8 a.m. on the 25th of March, 1946. Moon will still be 28 degree or 27 degree. Still trigger the square, the Scyt. So, well, unless we change an airport, if not, the Heathrow Airport will always bear this mark in the chart. Now, let's go back to a little bit fundamental of the astrology. We don't really just look at the transit timing, all right? We usually forecasting with the Aries Ingress, new moon, full moon. So what I'm going to do is let's look at Aries Ingress chart. This is Aries English chart. It happened on yesterday, 20th of March, 9 a.m. Have you noticed the chart? At 9 a.m., when the sun moved into Aries, we have Jupiter. We have Jupiter, the planet related to aviation, right on ascendant. Well, opposite the moon, we know later when the moon opposite was the fire on the substation and caused the London Heathrow to close. This is very interesting, isn't it? And we have a Mercury at 7 degrees. Now we know this is the moment. We just see the Mercury was opposite London Heathrow Airport's Neptune. So that was very interesting. Could we see anything, any other hint? Well, usually eclipse, new moon, full moon. But we just have a lunar eclipse before the 14th of March. On the 14th of March, we have the lunar eclipse and the full moon at Virgo, 23 degree Virgo. Heathrow just has a Mars return recently. A pretty interesting. Jupiter the same. So we probably just focus on the inner planet and the moon. Well, moon is square. Heathrow's moon too. This is pretty interesting. It formed a T square, which is Sun, Saturn, Heathrow's moon. That's if we put it together with Heathrow Airport, let's see. If we put together with Heathrow Airport, and I think the Neptune was on the MC. So it is very interesting. But apart from this chart, I think usually it's quite interesting to look at the astro map, right? Well, if you are into astro map, I have a good news for you. Here I decided to have the astro map workshop in April and May. So on the 26th of April, Saturday, and on the Saturday, 3rd of May, I have 2 workshops of astro map workshop. On the first 26th of April, I will have the astro map workshop 1. This one we are going to study astrocartography together. And I will use the very simple way to make you understand how astro map work, how astrocartography work, and what does that mean? You need a little bit basic knowledge of astrology. You have to understand the star sign, house, and the planet, and how to draw a chart. On the 3rd of May, Saturday, 4 p.m. EST, I will have part 2 of this astro map workshop. We will work on local space chart. I'm going to show you the local space later. And if you're interested, come to join me. All right, let's go to look the astro map and what they tell us. You will be fascinated by it. All right. So let me turn on the astro mapping here. Here we are. So, well, the first is you see the Google map. I'm telling you where the fire. This is the Heathrow Airport. So the power substation is here. Nose Hydro electric substation. So here is a little bit, let's say, northeast of the London Heathrow Airport. All right. So now, if you want to use the astro map, especially local space, I'm showing the local space. It was so interesting, especially you use astro.com, because they can go to detail. Let's start with Aries English chart. So here we have Aries English chart in London. And if we keep enlarge it, it's from central London, calculating from central London, there's no problem, all right? Well, fine, nothing to do with Heathrow Airport. But how about we move the center to Heathrow Airport? That would be fun, isn't it? Let's move here and keep it enlarged. Have you seen the Mars line? The Mars go to the northeast near the substation. Oh, sorry, the advertising. Well, now let's look another chart. Yes, let's look at the lunar eclipse. Well, this is the 14th of March, all right? 14th of March from London. Let's continue, enlarge it, the map. Then you will find out, well, interestingly, this chart, if we base on London, you have Mercury and the Venus. We both know they are either stationary or retrograde during that time. Plus Heathrow Airport, past the Heathrow Airport, pretty interesting. Just realized I forget one chart. I'm going to create a chart of the incident 20th of March 2025. And we say the receiver incident is 2323. Let's say, let me put London. Let me put London first. All right. Let me put London. Here we are, and I will move to Heathrow later. So we see the chart. I think you will see quite interesting. Let me make a map a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Ken, you gotta be kidding me. Have you seen from London, the Mars line was passed to Heathrow Airport? I really feel sorry if you are like my sister has been, have received the impact of the close of the London Heathrow Airport during this time. We got Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, and then if you understand Heathrow Airport chart, you will notice that 28-degree Pisces is so sensitive for them, and also fixed star skier is always cause a disruption of the shipping, of the traveling, even the aviation traveling, right? So also we see how magical this astrocartography and the local space map works. So again, let me do the advertising. If you are interested on how the astro map, astrocartography, and the local space map work, well, please come to join me. So thank you for watching this special podcast. See you.
And I've been waiting in the shadow of the sun, since the time I know it's been